I have only 5 words for you.
From my cold, dead hands.
Okay, so I just put this OEM style roof rack on my Nissan Frontier. It's a Generation 2. This one happens to be a 2016. I bought this so I could haul my kayaks up here on kayak racks, but after installing it, I see I'm going to have to do a little bit of a upgrade on it to make it a little stronger. Now, I did put a kayak on this once, and you'll see this crossbar kinked and bent. I mean, it's real thin. I could probably take my hand and crush it if I wanted to. It says max total load 125 pounds. I'm not sure where they got the testing for that, but I would never put 125 pounds on there. It wouldn't even take my kayak without bowing these crossbars almost down to the roof. So I got to reading around a little bit on the Nissan Frontier enthusiasts web pages and Facebook pages and whatnot, and I think I came up with a solution here, and stick around and I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, so here's what I came up with to upgrade my roof rack. I've heard a lot about this online, but I've never actually seen a truck with this done, so I thought I'd make a video. And what this is strut channel for electrical conduit use. But if you get online, you see different people use it for a lot of different things. And this one happens to be the Superstrut. And I bought a 10-foot piece of this at Lowe's. I believe it was $17.50, and I cut it into 2 4-foot sections, which seemed to be the ideal length for the crossbars on my truck. And I bought 4 of these 2-inch pipe clamps that are specifically made to deal with this stuff. And I upgraded my hardware a little bit to stainless. Got a stainless cap screw. It's a 5/16 18 thread. It's 1.5 inches long. 2 stainless flat washers. A lock washer. And a Nylock stainless nut. And I thought, you know, for all the more this stuff cost, I upgraded to the stainless here instead of using this zinc coated hardware that it came with. So this is the tools I'm going to be using to install it today. I'll be using this 1/4 inch Allen wrench. I'm just going to use this little stubby gear wrench here, that way I don't over tighten anything, break anything. I'm going to put some of this heavy duty electrical tape around the bars, the existing bars on the roof rack, just to keep them from getting scratched from these clamps, and a tape measure to get everything centered. Now, I actually painted these clamps. These were the same color as this. It was this zinc coated steel or whatever. I didn't imagine that was going to be real weatherproof, so I gave these and these clamps all a nice coat of primer, Rust-Oleum primer, actually 2 coats, and then I gave it all, in a couple days time, I gave it 3 coats of a good flat Rust-Oleum black, and it seems to have dried and got pretty strong on there. And if it scratches, I'll just take it off and repaint it. No big deal. It's just to carry a kayak. But This stuff's nice and thick and it's strong, and it's definitely going to be a huge upgrade over those flimsy crossbars that actually come on the rack. So stick around and I'll show you what it looks like after I get it on. Okay, so this is a finished product. You can see they're really nice. And cut 4 inch, or excuse me, 4 feet in length. I've got about 4 inches of overhang on each corner. So that's going to work out perfect. I think what I'm going to do with these is take these kayak racks, and I'm going to put them on here like this. And I have 2 sets of these, one over here for mine, and I have another set I can put on the other side for my wife's. But I'll do a little bit of a walk around here and show you what show you what it looks like from the side. And maybe I'll get the kayak rack on the one side here and I'll take a picture and I'll just insert the picture. I also have some pictures of this Superstrut channel whenever it was, before I painted it, when I first bought it, and I think these when they were in the pack. If I can find those pictures, I'll put them at the beginning of the video too, so you can see what it looked like before I painted it. Yeah, actually it was a one full 10-foot stick of that, and then I just had the guy at Lowe's take a hacksaw and cut it in half for me. And then I brought it home and I cut it down to 4-foot pieces and smoothed the ends off nice, and I think that's going to be perfect. I'm more than pleased with the way that turned out. So, alright. Well, any questions? Comment below. Okay, so I just got back. I strapped my kayak, got my kayak racks on here, and I strapped my kayak on here, and I took this for a little bit of a test drive down the road to see if there was going to be any issues with hauling this thing. And went around town here in the outskirts of town. I got the truck up to about 65 and just making sure there's not going to be any issues, and there doesn't seem to be any aerodynamic issues. There's no noise. With those straps there, it's nice and rigid to the truck, and it seems like it's going to be really, really good. I couldn't be more pleased with how this modification to this roof rack went. It's 100 times stronger than it was before, and it's, like I said, I couldn't be more pleased. So if you have a Frontier or some sort of a vehicle with a roof rack that needs a little bit of an upgrade, I highly suggest looking into this Strut channel, Superstrut stuff. Pretty much any Lowe's has it. thumbs up for Chloe. We'll see you on the next one.